The Bear is a gorgeous movie. Now I want to say thank you so much to Matthew for sending me this movie in the mail, and as promised, here's the review. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. And I finally saw the movie The Bear, and I'm here to give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review video today and tell you if it's worth the watch. Make sure you stick around to the end of the review so that you know my rating of the film, or else you might be going into a movie that might not be right for you. And if you've seen The Bear, let me know your thoughts of the movie down in the comment section down below. Again, guys, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all opinion. And if you guys are curious, my P.O. box is down in the description box down below. So if you send me a movie I've never seen before, you will get a review on it. So let's get started. So we have The Bear from director Jean-Jacques Annaud, and he has done such films as Enemy at the Gates, 7 Years in Tibet, and Two Brothers. And in The Bear, we have a male grizzly bear cub living in the British Columbian mountains in 1885, my home province. Represent. After his mother dies during a rock slide, the young bear wanders off to look for food and shelter. Elsewhere in the mountains, a male Kodiak bear is being pursued by two trophy hunters, Tom and Bill. After a failed attempt to kill the bear, Tom and Bill return to their camp to discover that the bear has killed one of their horses and has mortally wounded the other. One of the hunters then promises to kill the bear. However, the Kodiak bear and lost orphan cub meet and start a friendship. So what did I think of this movie? Well, The Bear, like I said earlier, is a gorgeous movie. This movie is very beautiful, and the story is very simple and very effective. Now I'm gonna be honest right out of the gate. This movie is going to be extremely boring for many people, many audience members, especially today, because there's not much talking in this movie. This isn't Brother Bear. This isn't a movie where the characters are singing or talking about their feelings. This is a movie where you really have to pay attention to the bear's actions to really understand their wants, their needs, their motivations of the characters and the story. This movie focuses on the natural, and you need to respect that if you're gonna watch this movie. You're not gonna get a bunch of characters basically telling the audience what to think, what to feel, and how they're feeling. It's not gonna happen. So just know that going into the movie. But the movie does focus on the natural, and let's talk about the natural world. How they shot this movie is absolutely breathtaking. There are so many just mesmerizing shots of the landscapes. Now, I'm biased. I'm 100% biased in this next statement, but British Columbia, my home province, has some of the best landscapes in the entire world, and I've traveled around quite a few places, and I still think BC is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my entire life. And there's beautiful landscapes in this movie, wide shots, showing the beautiful forests, the mountains, the fields, the rivers. This movie really captures the essence and the beauty of the natural world, of the wild. And this movie shows the animals in very crazy situations. This is not like Call of the Wild from a few years ago where they just CGI the animals, because that'd be the easier way to do it nowadays, right? You can manipulate their eyes, you can manipulate their faces, show the characters, show the animals having emotion. And there were many times in this movie where I said, how did they do that? That really doesn't happen much anymore. CGI has gotten to a place where it's so good, and cinematography and filmmaking technology has reached a point where you can basically do anything on screen, that almost nothing is impressive anymore. But simply showcasing animals in their natural habitat is now impressive by today's standards. So I love that aspect of the movie, because there were many moments where I'm like, wow, how did they do that? I said that when I saw that the bear was limping when he was hurt or when he was shot. Obviously they didn't shoot the bear, at least I don't think they shot the bear, right? I don't know how the animal cruelty laws on set really worked back then, who knows? You guys can let me know down in the comment section down below. I haven't done too much research into it, but I'm seeing the bear limp and I'm going, they must have trained the bear to do that, but it feels real. Seeing the two bears hunt together, I'm thinking, how long did it take for them to finally get those shots? Because these are wild animals. These are big, huge bears hunting for food. You have to get those perfect shots. You can't necessarily go, hey bear, go hunt for food now. Okay, great, action. You know what I mean? And the mating ritual. You see how the bear tries to impress the female with his mighty strength. And then of course you actually see the bears doing it, which of course I feel like would be a bit easier to film because they're animals and you just put them together, a male and a female, boom, there you go. And I did find it funny. I laughed quite a bit, and maybe this is just me being immature, but I love how just the cub, the little bear, just watches the whole thing unfold. He's like, yep, that's how you do it. Oh, and by the way, that young cub is really freaking cute. Many moments where I'm like, aw, you know, cute animal, he's our hero, we like him cause he's cute. That's all you need, especially when he's trying to jump and hunt the frog when he first goes off on his own. It's just adorable stuff. And by the way, guys, if you like this video so far, hit the like button. Thank you so much. When the bears are fighting with these hunting dogs, a lot of shots I'm like, how are they doing this? I know they're using dummies and they're using certain camera angles and tricks. It's really great stuff. The confrontation with the bear and the hunter, and the little cub running away from the cougar and falling into the river. All of this is extremely impressive stuff because they're showing it for real. And when you see animals get hurt in this movie, it's shocking and it's kind of hard to watch. You see horses, you see the bears, you see dogs in extreme pain, you see animal death on screen. Again, I highly doubt that it's actually real, but it felt real, and it's tough to watch, and you understand that, yeah, there are some stakes in the wild, which we as humans mostly have forgotten about because we live in a society with roads and hospitals and food at grocery markets. That primitive brain hunter-gatherer mentality is almost gone, but it's still there, and I tapped into it when watching this movie. That's how you really understand what's going on in the story. So I would say that I appreciate this movie more than I actually enjoyed it. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it, I did enjoy this movie, but I think the reason why this movie was so impressive was because of just the appreciative nature that I have for the wild and for the filmmaking techniques and for my home province. I mean, I love the landscape here. But the story was simple. It has everything you need. Now, I do want to bring up one section of the movie, I guess 3 sections of the movie that I thought were just very odd, but it does give this movie some charm. And those are those really weird acid trip / dream sequences. There's 3 of them in this movie, at least 3 that I wrote down. You know, the little cub is dreaming about the frogs that he's trying to hunt, and they turn into like these really weird demon frogs. Then he has some traumatizing dreams about the death of his mother, and it's all done in this like stop motion animation, very odd, weird stuff. And then the cub eats some magic mushrooms and starts to hallucinate. Very, very strange, weird, odd. Why is this in the movie? I guess that's just life in the wild, I guess. But it's very strange, and people will point to those scenes and go, this movie's weird, this movie's stupid, what? This is so odd. And I get it, I guess, but like, personally, I do think it adds a little bit of charm to it, and I know that a lot of people will just dismiss this movie and go, there's no talking, there's no story, it's just like a bunch of bears just like walking around in the woods, it's boring. I don't think this movie is made for everybody, especially nowadays with our attention spans being as small and as short as they are. But it's more about the wilderness. It's more about the natural world. The dialogue between the 2 human characters, it's not necessarily dialogue. It doesn't feel like dialogue. It just feels like these are the sounds that the human animal makes. So that's what they sound like. There's no deep trauma with one of the characters' fathers and how he was a bear hunter. Yeah, just get that crap out of here. This is just about the wild. So is this movie worth a watch? Well, if you can appreciate the wilderness and the natural filmmaking, then I would say yes. If not, then I'd say skip it. So for an overall rating, I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that I saw it, and Matthew, thank you so much for sending it to me. This still leaves you with one problem though. Remember how I mentioned The Call of the Wild earlier in this review? Well, what are my thoughts on that movie? Well, click here to find out, and I'll see you there.